Beth. I'm the Desert Stitcher here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. And this is my Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch mostly. And today for a few other episodes, I'll be talking about some other crafts as well to show off some things my mom had made. This is Flosstube number 24 and it is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. It's Stitchmaynia time. So I wanted to cover life update first. It's been about 2 months since my last Flosstube. And during that time, my mother started really declining and went to hospice, and 2 weeks ago passed away. So it's been a very rough couple of weeks. And with the memorial service here in Arizona and then her burial up in New York, we are also trying to get her out of her independent living apartment. So we're getting a lot of pressure to get that done fast. So my house is full of boxes right now. It's crazy. You can't even hardly move downstairs. So, yeah, I'm going to try and do this take without crying. I'm going to miss her a lot. I want to show, I'm going to have a full picture of this at the end, but this is one of the pieces that she made. It's needlepoint. It's absolutely huge and gorgeous. And I'm going to show some other pieces that she did as well. Mom and I had a Sunday tradition of, after she went to church, we would meet together at her independent living facility and get together with a few of her friends, have Sunday brunch, and then Mom and I would adjourn upstairs to her room and we would stitch every Sunday afternoon together. And it was a great time that I didn't fully appreciate until I didn't get it anymore. A little over a year ago, we did a traditional Sunday brunch stitching afternoon, and the next day the doors closed to her facility for COVID. And I never realized back then that that was going to be the last time I would ever have a stitching Sunday with her. Excuse me. A little froggy. I'm a little tired running around to airports and packing boxes and lots of crying. So yeah, we had talked about it on the phone while the facility was closed, how much we were looking forward to getting together on Sundays again, and it never happened. So, and this past Thursday was my mom's birthday. So anyways, okay. I'm going to show a full picture of this at the end. It's absolutely stunning. This is needlepoint. It's a violin because my brother and I both play. He plays violin, I play viola. So she did this way back in 1973. When we were just wee ones, because we started playing, I think I was about 6 years old when I started playing viola. So a couple other things that I wanted to show real quick, and I hope you'll indulge me and not turn off, is she was also a very prolific knitter. And I'm going to show it. This is one of her Afghans. And the thing, again, it's huge. So, excuse me for a minute while I disappear. But yeah, just beautiful work. And it does have all the fringe at the bottom too, which I love. Just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous work that she did. One of the things my mom taught me, and it's really hitting home right now, is how generous she was with her time. And a lot of these Afghans, like this one that I showed here, and hundreds more, she stitched over the years to donate, whether it to be to a not-for-profit hospice facility here or to homeless shelters. she was always knitting and stitching and giving away things and needlepoint projects. In fact, there was a needlepoint project she did, a humorous saying one that she did, oh, again, probably back in the 70s, and gave it to one of her friends. Now, for this friend, her daughter and I are still friends. We've known each other since elementary school. And sure enough, she sent me a picture, her daughter did. And it is still hanging up on the wall in her daughter's house now. So yeah, it just keeps on going. And I apologize if I'm rambling a little bit. I will get to cross stitch, I promise. I wanted to show one more little nitty thing. Now these little squares, well, they're rectangles actually. Mom would knit for a hands-on mission with her church. And then somebody else would take all these little squares and then color coordinate them and knit, bind them all together into afghans. And they would go to homeless shelters, hospice, nursing homes, different people that were homebound due to illness or being elderly. And the church estimates that my mom knit well over 1,000 of these over the years, the last 20 years that she's been here in Arizona. So I have one to keep for myself. And I've been seriously considering that I may pick up the mantle and continue on with doing some of these squares and afghans. Because those I can stitch. Clothes I can't knit, but afghans and squares I can do. And so I may keep that up, but there won't be 1,000 of them, that's for sure. She was just always stitching, always knitting. Needlepoint stopped probably about 15 or 20 years ago when she started having some problems with depth perception. But yeah, she was always very industrious, always very generous with her time. And that's something I'd like to carry on. All right. So enough of that. On to cross stitch. Now the last video I did was the beginning of March, and we were just really getting into Steel City Stitchers March Madness. And the winner for March Madness was Chester's Place. And I hope to finish it, but with going back and forth to hospice almost daily and all weekends and working, I didn't finish it. But I want to show you where I was at. So I'll put a picture of Chester's Place here. And this is where I'm at right now. Just beautiful. I love this design. And I'm hoping I can get it finished in the very near future. But yet, I haven't stitched much in the last 2 months. All right, so that's Chester's Place. Now, pause for a moment here. Hang on. Back again. Now we're in May, so it is Stitchmaynia time. And I had originally planned to do Magazine Mania. Excuse the glasses. Mine actually broke in the Charlotte, North Carolina airport. So these are a spare pair. But anyways, I had originally planned to do Magazine Mania and I hadn't decided. I was either going to do 15 for the original 15 of Stitchmaynia or 21 for this year. I opted this year because of everything that went on. I'm just going to be doing Magazine Mania on the weekends. So Saturday and Sunday, every Saturday and Sunday of this month, I will be doing 2 new starts from magazines. And then on weekdays, I'm going to be doing Whip Mania, and I'm going to concentrate for a week on a different BAP, big project. So this coming week, I landed on Quaker Virtues. I have a wheel, the Tiny Decisions wheel. I'm spinning it once a week, and then that'll be my focus project from Monday to Friday. So for this coming week, we have got Quaker Virtues. Yay! I love this stitch, and I've said this before in videos, the picture here just doesn't do it justice. But I will put a picture here of where I'm at currently, and then next week I will be back with a video to show what I've done. So this week is Quaker Virtues, and then next Monday I'll spin the decision wheel again and see which BAP I end up with to excuse me, try and get more progress. Okay, for the weekends it is Magazine Mania. Now, I am not getting a lot done this weekend because I am still packing up my mother's place. In fact, that's where I'm headed as soon as I get done with this video. But the first one I chose was for my Saturday start, which I started last night a little bit. And this is from the For the Love of Cross Stitch magazine, March 1996. Yeah, I have some older patterns, but I love pansies flowers, and this is a pattern. It's called Pansy Prom. Now, I had already kitted this up before everything started in my personal life started going nuts, so I was ready to go with this one, which was great. And just a teeny start last night. I actually fell asleep in my stitching chair last night after I got home from packing at my mom's, and fell asleep with needle in hand. So, oops. All right, so just a tiny, tiny, tiny little start on this. But the colors are so, so pretty. I can't wait to get more of this done. And I do love pansies. I'm doing this on 18 count Aida with the called for colors. I forgot to show you my travel piece. I didn't get much done, but I did get a little time in the airports. And I brought Long Dog Sampler's Pilgrim with me. And I'll tell you, having Pattern Keeper for stitching when I was flying was such a godsend. So I did get a little bit done. I finished this cross here, and I got this part of it done here. So not a ton, but I did get some work in on it on the flights. So I am very happy with this, and I love this color. It is DMC 4245 Mystical Midnight. I've got Kiwi laying up against me now. She was so mad at me when I picked them up on Thursday. I was originally supposed to be home on Wednesday, but unfortunately my plane developed mechanical problems, and I didn't get home till Thursday. So she has not been very happy with me. She just started talking to me again last night. Oh, and I've got a little bit of haul to show you too in a bit. I found a cross stitch store in Rochester, New York. So next up, my next pick that I'm going to start today is from Cross Stitcher magazine, March 2020. And I don't like to bend back pages, so, oh, here we go. That wasn't too bad. These are little smalls, and they're full coverage. So if you love full coverage pieces and want to do something little, this is perfect. It's called Spring Pins and Pretty Things. And so these are the designs. Oh, sorry. And I am starting with the coffee or teapot right here. And I also want to do the flowers down here. I think they're gorgeous. Now they have these set as pin keeps. I might do as ornaments as well. Now if you can see, there's a lot of white space back in the background there. This was stitched on 14 count, the model. I have moved this up to, I'm going to stitch it on 18 count. So it'll even be a little bit smaller. But these are adorable patterns and they're all full coverage. And look at this Bargello design. It is wonderful. And there you can see there's a little boat sailing on the Bargello motif. Yeah, I think this is a really cute pattern. All of them are actually. I may end up doing all of them. I keep a little tree up year round, and I don't have a lot of cross stitch on it right now, but I do change it for the seasons. So I'd like to have some cross stitch ornaments up on there for spring and summer. All right, so that is my plan. So it'll be a BAP Whip-A-Mania Monday through Fridays. And I'm not on my Tiny Decisions wheel going to black them out once they've already been picked. So it's possible like Quaker Virtues could get picked twice. So I'll work on it for 2 weeks. Pilgrim, which I just showed you as my travel piece, is also on the wheel. So who knows what I'll end up with. And then I do have the remaining magazine pieces kitted up and ready to go. So it looks like it'll be 10 of them in total. And next week I will show you my next 2 magazine pieces that I'll be working on. Now I do have a little bit of, actually I have a lot of haul since my last time filming 2 months ago. I'm going to show a little bit of it right now and then probably show some more over the next few videos. The first is Emma Congdon's new book, Cross Stitch for the Earth. And oh my gosh, I finally got it. Arrived while I was in New York. And I finally got to sit down and look at it. So this is her brand new book, Cross Stitch for the Earth. And the designs in here are amazing. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, this is a must stitch for me. This is, oh, let's see how, I guess I'm gonna have to cover myself up because I really can't. All right, it's Be Kind to All That Live. Isn't that great? That is gorgeous. There's a couple. There's like a small one here that's going to be really cute, and it says, "Take care of the earth and she will take care of you." And oh, sorry, here we go. This one is terrific. Little ways to help the earth. Look at that. All the great little ideas on there. So, turn off the tap, plant more trees, bring your own bag, buy local produce, mend it, don't throw it out, grow your own, use soap bars, turn lights off, shop secondhand, clean green, and more. There's more in there too. There's a lot to it. I absolutely love this book, and I cannot wait to do some, oh, this is one more. I gotta show you this one. Unplug and go outside. Love it. Isn't that gorgeous? Highly recommend this book. I pre-ordered it, and like I said, it arrived while I was in New York, and I finally got a chance to take a look at this. And actually, I have a niece that I think would really enjoy this book as well. She had just started doing embroidery, but she's going to be getting some cross-stitch projects in the mail for me. Because Their birthday's coming up. This is one of the ones from the shop in New York that I purchased. This is from, the shop is Golden Thread Needle Arts in East Rochester, New York, almost Pittsford. But so this one's for my niece, and it's Lizzie Kate Just Text Me. And these are perfect little guys for her to start out with. Check it out. I love this snippet. So I figured this would be a perfect, easy project for her to do and to try out cross stitch for the first time. So yeah, this is from Lizzie Kate. One of the others that this is just gorgeous. I've always loved Lavender and Lace and Butternut Road, Told in a Garden. That was all from Marilyn Levitt Emblem, and Golden Thread was Marilyn's store, where she would send a lot of model stitching, and I will try to insert a picture here or two of some of the incredible model stitching from the Lavender and Lace ladies that I took a picture of while I was at Golden Threads. It was amazing. And this is the biggest selection I've seen in a store of her patterns. But this is one I hadn't really seen before and had to have it. It was done as a model stitch in red work on the wall at the store. But I'm actually thinking I might do this in blues. Because that's my favorite color. But this one is called Provence Sampler. And it's Butternut Road. Definitely doing this one. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And actually the model was stitched on 10 count Heatherfield Natural. But yeah, I think I might do this as 28 count over 1. But we'll see. I love that. That is gorgeous. Now, I found some oldies, but definitely goodies at Golden Threads as well. This one is called Prairie Star Homestead by Linda Myers. And let's see if it has a year on it. 2000. It's out the glare. I'm not 100% sure if I'll do the quilt as well, but I am definitely doing that house. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Yeah, the quilt is really pretty too. It was definitely the house that I fell in love with. The next one is also from Linda Myers, but under a different company, and it's Quilt Band Sampler. One of the reasons I got attracted to these two is with my mom. She was also a quilter. And we found some old photos of her being involved in a quilting bee. Of course, there were no pictures of her directly because she was the one taking the photos. But it was really cool to find. And my brother has taken a couple of the quilts for his house that are just gorgeous. So anyways, Quilt Band Sampler by Linda Myers. And this one is 2007. Yeah, see, hopefully it's not too much glare on there. But the quilts and the houses, and love it. Absolutely love it. Those are those two. Now, because I was in New York and I was in a local needlework shop, I wanted to see if they had anything that represented local history or, you know, something with the local buildings, and I did find two. The first one is George Eastman House. If you're not familiar, George Eastman was the founder of Eastman Kodak. And let's see what it says here. This was built in 1902, this house, and it was an 8.5 acre farm, and he lived there until he passed away in 1932. And it is now a museum and art gallery. But this is an ornament of the house. George Eastman house. Isn't that pretty? I am looking forward to doing that one as well. And they even give some really interesting finishing instructions on here. With batting, hot glue gun, lace, cardboard, backing fabric, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that is cool. I like that a lot. And the other one I picked up was the Campbell Wood... Campbell Whittlesey House, 1835. It's in Rochester's historic Cornhill neighborhood and an outstanding example of Greek Revival architecture. And it was a home of a merchant miller family during the 1840s and is currently open to the public for viewing. So here's Campbell Whittlesey House, 1835. Yep, I'll be stitching that as well. There is a ton of back stitching on this one. All the columns, the trees, everything, just back stitch everywhere. And half stitches and blended stitches. But it is all hand drawn, the pattern, so this will be interesting to do, but I'm really looking forward to it. Now that's it for haul and everything that I want to show today. I will be posting again next week. Sad and good at the same time. We should be finished with moving out of my mom's apartment. And then I get to tackle the boxes that I'm completely surrounded by right now. But at least I won't be under a time constraint to do that. Oh, I want to give a quick shout out too. This is for Test Stitches. Congratulations on hitting 500 subscribers. Yay! That's awesome. So she just hit that recently and posted a video, which I still haven't had time to watch yet, but I'm going to be doing that shortly. I have a lot of floss tubes to catch up on. So hopefully later in the week and next weekend, I'll be able to start catching up on everything. I've missed all of you. Even I've had a few posts on Instagram, and I want to thank everybody on Instagram, on Facebook, and my friends. That I really appreciate all of you that reached out to me. And some of you reached out multiple times just to check in and see how I'm doing. I love our stitching community. I really appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for being there for me. Even just a hey, how you're doing note means more than you know when you're really struggling. I'm going to miss my Sundays with my mom a lot, and it's going to be hard. But enough of that. I am going to put a picture so you can see the whole violin at the end here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.